Day 3 fragrances. Listen, it is Wednesday, and it's time we bring back the decant and the sampling, that we used to do on Wednesdays when we kind of jump into the niche or whatever. So y'all have been talking about it. Y'all have been going crazy about it, about the last release from the house of Day 3 fragrances, Desert Rain. Finally got my sample in. I was going back and forth on whether I was gonna, be a blind buy warrior and buy a full bottle. And I was like, okay. Full transparency, I don't have a full bottle yet of Day 3 because there are several different things I've want. I have all the samples from the house. I've been going back and forth, and every time I intend to buy a full bottle, I end up getting something else. But from what I hear, that may change. So just so you can see, we have the official sample here, right? Sony, do your good work. Sony, do your good work. All right, so y'all can see that there. That's that Desert Rain. Sun will shine. That ain't the word, Walt. Them is not the words. Them is not the words. Sunny days. The sun will shine. The sun will come out tomorrow. Yo, I hope this fragrance is much better than how this intro is going. Yeah, roll that beautiful beam footage. Let's get into it. What is going on today? Yo, what's going on, Fat Boy family, party people? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. It is Wednesday. We've pretty much made it halfway through the work week. So thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time here, I appreciate it. If you've been part of the Fat Boy family forever, you guys already know what to do. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and while you're at it, go ahead and click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. But let's go ahead, jump right into this decant, this sample again from the house of Day 3. We have Desert Rain, and we do know that the sun will come out tomorrow. So based on the story I understand of how this came about, this is there's a gospel artist that I'm assuming they partnered with to make this song. He has a song called Build the Boat, which is based on the story of Noah. So basically, Desert Rain kind of sounds crazy because it doesn't really rain in the desert. So this, I'm expecting crazy work. I'm expecting something that doesn't make sense. It's called Desert Rain. So let's not waste no time. Let's go ahead and get this on skin. Forget paper. I don't even want to waste a spray on paper. Let's go straight to skin. I don't know what's in here. I haven't looked at the notes. I only know that story from watching the live. I think either with Tazo or somebody else. Nonetheless, here we go. We're going to get 2 on skin. Okay, already in the air. This is unique. What is this? Clean, fresh, citrus, but very subdued. It's not loud. And I know there's nothing like, I do want to shout out Mr. Cologne. Mr. Cologne said something on IG. I'm going on a quick tangent. He said something on IG recently that a lot of times we confuse quality for loud. We think if a fragrance is not loud, then it lacks quality, when there are some fragrances that are supposed to stick closer to you than announce you to everybody else. So let's get back to the fragrance. This is what I'm getting from Day 3 so far. And based on the other things that I've kind of smelled from them, I'm not expecting this super, super, super loud projecting fragrance. That's not what I would get and look for if I'm purchasing from the house. But this is good. So, there is something in here. I want to say tea. I want to say tea, but there's another fragrance with tea that this kind of puts me in the mind of. Ooh, it's a nice warm weather fragrance that has some citrus in it, but this is warm. Smells like rain. Like, it smells like rain. Like, how do you, okay. So maybe it's not tea. Maybe there's a note of rain. Like I said, I mean, like literally, I don't have any notes. Like, I would have to pull it up on screen. Like, I got this, the hand card, whatever. It came in this. I'm also with the Escondalo. It's Escondalo. Yeah, Escondalo. Which I actually already had a sample of, but it just made more sense. That came as a package. This smells like rain. So this is super light, super refreshing. This is the perfect fragrance for people that work in close quarters. And you cannot smell, like you can't be loud. So again, I talk about this a lot with Joe Malone, and I'm not trying to draw a comparison between houses, but I'm trying to give you guys a reference point. One of the things I pride myself on being able to do in life is make things relevant, and applicable. So I work in IT. So IT, people get a bad reputation for being nerdy. We're great break fix guys, but a lot of IT people they don't have people skills. They can build you a supercomputer. They can fix your computer without you even telling them what's wrong with it. But they don't have the most people skills. And so I have to be able to take high level things, translate them, and make them applicable. I do that at work and I do that in life. So I try to do that with fragrance as well. So I'm not drawing a comparison between Day 3 and Joe Malone. I'm saying you guys have heard me talk about how sometimes Joe Malone fragrances can get a bad rap because they're not loud and they're not projecting. They're not meant to be that way. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't necessarily want to smell like the rain. But when it's hot and it's sticky, there is nothing like a nice rain that comes through, cleans up. Think about the first rain we get, especially in North Carolina. If you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, or Georgia, and it's pollen season, think about that first rain. Or think about when it's deep in summer and it's super humid, and then you get a cold front that comes through, and that rain comes through and cools everything down. This is what that smells like. And there's some character here. So it's not a boring fragrance. It's not a boring fragrance. It's not completely linear. There might be the slightest bit of oud in here. Maybe the slightest bit. Not a lot, but just enough. The slightest bit of spice is either the slightest bit of spice. I keep hitting this mic. The slightest bit of spice or the slightest bit of oud and some type of citrus and tea. The tea note is kind of easy to pick out. I'm definitely getting the tea note. The citrus, I'm not sure about. It could be bergamot because it's kind of smooth. It's not lemon because it's not sharp. This is smooth. This is a refreshing, cool. This is like no, it's cooler than room temp. Okay, maybe you guys I'm giving you all kind of examples. Sometimes, like, I love ice water. I like cold water. You know, sometimes I want ice in the water. Sometimes I just may grab a bottle of water. But every now and then, I don't like room temperature water. But I have filtered water that comes out the refrigerator. And I actually do change my filter very often. So that it's good water. It's some of the best water I have in my life. That water is like the perfect temperature. It's cool. It's not cold. It's not room temperature. It's cool. What this puts me in the mind of. The tea, the citrus, it's not super citrus. It's not a lot of tea. It's like a perfect balance. Like, it doesn't smell like a rainy day, but it smelled like, you know how you get those flash rains? It smelled like it was hot. The rain came, and instead of the rain hitting concrete, it hit the sand. Yeah, because rain in the city smells different than rain in the country. Now, that's just from a North Carolina perspective. So I'm pretty sure that can relate to the desert, because in the desert, there's not a lot of rock. There's not a lot of concrete, unless, you know, outside of the mountains, you know, or whatever. So when rain hit, like, you ever been on the beach and it rains? And have you ever been in the middle of a city or a town when it rains? It smells totally different. And there's some sweetness here. So it's getting better. And when I say better, like, it's developing more. Like, more of that projection is coming out, it's growing. So I know I've been doing a lot of I've been talking. Good gracious. Okay, let me pull up the notes. Let me pull up the notes here. Y'all hear that? I'm clicking. Let me pull up the notes. And let's type in day 3 desert rain. All right. The first breath of desert air before rainfall. Fresh juniper, bergamot, green tea, and the hopeful scent of petrichor. Petrichor sounds like rock, which completely goes against what I just said. Because to me, this doesn't smell like it rained. So let me just see petrichor. That might be something specific to day 3. But because I'm thinking petra, like petrified, petra, rock, petrichor. What does petrichor smell like? Okay, petrichor smell is a pleasant, earthy scent produced after rain. Okay, gotcha. Petrichor comes from the Greek words for stone and fluid. So there is some relation here. Boom. Nope, we got it. Petrichor is the earthy scent produced when rain falls on dry soil. When I tell y'all your boy is getting nice with it, humbly. But bro, on everything I love, like, come on, dog. What did I just say? I'm like, this is not rain on stone, on rock. It's like on sand. I'm a country boy. There are 2 things I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to always be a computer engineer, and I always wanted to be a meteorologist. So weather to me, like, this hits different. You know what I'm saying? As far as that. And I'm kind of like, same thing with Argos, same thing with Le Persona. You know what I'm saying? All fragrances, whether it's designer, whether it's clones, whether it's niche, all fragrances have stories. But I think the thing about niche fragrances and what we consider to be artisanal, there are stories that go along with these fragrances. So if I'm going to react to something, if I'm going to do a review of something, I know some of y'all are like, I just wanted you to talk about the fragrance. I am talking about the fragrance. All of this goes into the fragrance. And people are like, Walt, did you just talk for 20 minutes? Has it been 20 minutes yet? We can close. You just talked for 20 minutes? Like doing a first impression from a decant? Absolutely. Because I'm trying to paint the picture for you. Now, would I purchase this? Would I get a full bottle of this? I don't know. Because this is about, to me, this would be more about aromatherapy. Remember what I said earlier, if you're somebody who works in close quarters and you can't wear loud projecting scents and you want something that's clean, but still unique and has character, like you're a nurse or something like that, a doctor, this is perfect. You don't want to smell like the hospital, but you want to smell refreshing. This smells refreshing, especially in an environment that can be chaotic. To me, this is kind of like wood, sage, and sea salt from the standpoint of I really just want to enjoy a fragrance. I probably would put this on a raining day. Like when it rains, I usually reach for that wood, sage, and sea salt. If I'm just chilling and I want to smell clean, but I don't want to smell, sometimes smelling clean, it can be too much. It can be like, how you clean the bathroom with bleach or Clorox? That's all you're going to smell and it gets on your hands. Or like if you use Fabuloso and it's too strong, it's like, no. My definition of clean is I want to be clean. I want to know I'm clean and I want to be subdued, but I don't want to be loud. I want to be clean, but I don't necessarily want to be loud. This is that kind of fragrance. And it's still changing. So let me go back here because I didn't even read to y'all what was in the notes. All right, so in the top, we have juniper, cactus blossom, nutmeg, and bergamot. So it was the bergamot that I was talking about. Juniper. I can see that a little bit, almost like a centerpiece, not like juniper berries, but the juniper is there. Centerpiece has a very distinct juniper because they're using juniper berries, but I could see that maybe. But I'm assuming that cactus blossom and bergamot was what was going on. I've never even smelled cactus blossom before, but it is desert rain, so there's got to be something specific to that. In the heart, we got papyrus, green tea, the desert rain accord, and sage. So I was picking up on the tea and desert rain accord. So again, I'm assuming that's where the petrichor thing comes in as far as what actually makes up that accord. Shout out to you, day 3, how you guys pull that off. I don't know. That's fire. And in the base, we have sandalwood, olibanum, leather, and dry woods. So that's what I said. This is continuing to develop and it's getting warmer and there's some depth here. And like that sandalwood keeps it creamy, but the olibanum and the leather and it's coming through. So this is all with respectfully, because I understand the story behind this, but this is like, for those of you who are still out there clubbing and everything, or, this is like a drink that sneaks up on you. Like you don't expect it, but it comes up out of nowhere. This is one of those that is like, it continues to evolve. And that's what I can appreciate. So something like this that has a story where there's a lot of character, I can definitely appreciate something like this. I would consider buying a full bottle. Would consider buying a full bottle of this. It would probably be more for collector's sake because I don't know how often I would wear it. I'm not in a lot of the situations that I feel like would call for this fragrance, but it smells great enough where it's like, this is something I'd want to have. The dry down is, yeah. The dry down on this fragrance is where it's at. Man, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. If y'all see me with a full bottle, then you know what was up. And we got to go through because, like I said, I have the rest of the samples. I think maybe the only one I don't have is Royal Reflection. I think I don't have Royal Reflection. I think that's the other one. It's like passion fruit, but I'm not in a rush to get it because me and passion fruit don't get along. So, but I think that's the only, other than that, I have all of the other from the Discovery. And this is good. So tap in with me. First of all, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button while you're at it. Click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. But tap in, let me know if you feel the same way that I feel. Like, how do you feel about the fragrance? I'm not gonna just gas something because everybody is saying it's good. It's gotta be good. And that's the thing with niche. That's the thing with designer. That's the thing with clone fragrances. Fragrance is subjective. And if you don't like it, it's okay. You don't have to just say, well, I like it because everybody else likes it. It's like, no, I get to develop my own opinion. I get to sit here. This is a true first impression. And I get to really go through it and see how the fragrance develops. You know, like if you did a video, a first impression of this, and it was 5 minutes, you failed. No, there's no way. There's no, because this fragrance changed. and it's still changing. So I hope, respectfully to all of my reviewers, I hope you came back and did a follow-up video and a full review, because there's no way you just sprayed this, you smelt it, and then it's like, oh my God, this is great, go get it. No, this deserves more attention. So engage with me in the comments, let me know. Definitely get the sample. I think, like I said, they have a deal right now where you get this and Escandalo. If I'm looking at the website, the two come together, $10. You get Desert Rain and Escandalo, which kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Based on, or you just get the Discovery set for $50 and get all of them, you know. But Desert Rain and Escandalo, $10. You can't beat that deal. Try the fragrance out, see how it performs in your skin, see if you get the same feels that I get, and then holla back at me. And then we'll see if we pull in a bottle or not. I heard from a little birdie that they got some heat coming out, so I might need to wait, or might need to get both. Nonetheless, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your week. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hey, yo. Hey, I know the video is over, but hey, I got some dope videos over here, yo. You need to watch them. And then, I mean, or you can just hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Or like, bro, right here in the corner, get that Fat Boy merch. Get that Fat Boy merch.